Peace and balance, Taurus, and welcome to your June 2021 reading. This reading is going to be for all my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. So if your Taurus landed any of this placement, then this reading is going to be for you. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling a few cards to let you know what you may be experiencing during this month, or what advice spirits may have for you. And also some dice that's gonna give me the number and color that may be associated with you for this month, so I can give you a more in-depth reading. So yeah, let's jump into it. All right, Taurus, let's see what we got here. These are the cards that came out. Okay, just gonna roll with it. All right. Okay, I'm not gonna do any upside down cards reading. I don't really do that a lot. I'm not really being called to do that. Like, I'm not intuitively picking up on doing the reverse reading. I'm just gonna do it like all straight up. So yeah, we got the Page of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Those are the cards that came out for you. Let's see. Which dice? Okay, so this is the dice that fell out. Ooh. And then this is the number that came out. Number 12. Okay. Alright, so jumping into the numerology. Alright, we got the 12 and we got the 1. Alright, now heavy on yourself, heavy on you, self. Purple represent what does it represent again? Freaking royalty. Okay, royalty color. And what does a royalty do? Royalty has a lot of responsibility, of course. The royalty have to look up to part, to the people that look up to them, to the people that depends on them, not letting them see them sweat, not letting people see you sweat, not showing your hand to people, and you just, it's like you doing all the work in the back, crying, sweating, fucking, all the type of shit that be happening behind the scene. It's kind of like the Scorpio energy, doing shit behind the scene. And then when you come out, it's a different type of, and then you realize that Gemini being a different type of person, a different person. You, another aspect of you, because it may very much be you. Like, let's say you like to have fun and go out and be in nature and stuff like that, right? You do that, other people see you as that, right? Once you go out, but once you go back in, you have kids, you have a husband, you have a business, you doing all that, dealing with all that. Nobody else knows how that goes, that type of energy. You sweating, not letting people see you sweat, and you just, other people just seeing you having it together, doing it, the best that you can, so they can learn from that, so they can be uplifted by that, so they can be encouraged by that. Okay. And then you can come if you want to and be like, hey, like, yeah, you see me do this and that, you see all the accomplishment, but this is what it took, and people can learn from that. But if you all the way just come off and just show that, people are gonna be afraid. They're not gonna want to jump on that. They're gonna think, oh, that's what it all comes with, like, and they don't really see the result as much. You want to let people see the result first. Okay, see the result, and once they see the result, they're gonna want to jump into that. They're gonna want to do it too. Because if you don't got no result, people are just not going to be with it, and just, that's just how it is. People like to know things in advance. So that's for a specific person out there or whoever you resonate with. But overall, you have to focus on your individuality. Okay, you putting yourself up to part. Okay, put yourself up to part. um Focus on yourself. Okay, on your responsibilities. How do you see yourself? you know do you depend on yourself or do you depend on other people? Like, how do you, excuse me, I was yawning. But yeah, how do you see yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Those type of questions. Okay. um who do you want to be? And are you working towards that? We're also dealing with number 3, your environment influencing you heavily. Okay. um this month, something in your environment is going to influence you heavily. What is, when it comes to your emotion, something you do, whatever it is. Okay, your environment is going to influence you. Now let's jump into the card readings. All right, so we got the Queen of Cups. All right, and with the Queen of Cups is, I'm getting mastering your emotion. You probably been feeling like you were in a sunken place when it comes to your emotion, and this month you're rising above it. And you're utilizing it to your advantage. Okay, transmuting all that in energy, all that emotional flow, or whatever you're feeling, and putting it into your work, putting it into yourself, putting it into whatever it is that you're doing, utilizing it as in your creative endeavors, all that. Also, you being at peace, you meditating in the water, some of you guys. Like, you run a bath, cleanse it with some Epsom salt and some crystal around you. Maybe a singing bowl if you have one. Play your singing bowl while you're in the water, then relax and just meditate. Trying to clear your mind, not think of anything, and just be in that moment. And then when you go to sleep, you're gonna have a dream. Try to remember the dream, write it down. There's a message in it for you. That's for somebody out there, whoever that may be. But it's like, your dreams are the battlefield. Your dreams are where all the shit be happening, man. Because your dreams are like the spiritual world in a sense. But in whatever area you are in a dream, it's kind of like the physical world, like we in now. But like, it's the same thing. This reality is a spiritual reality too. But for us, it's a physical reality because it's physical to us. And then when you go in a dream, you may be thinking like, oh, it's a dream and all that, it's a spiritual reality. But once you're in there, it becomes a physical reality, because wherever you at, your spirit is, it's like aware of the physicality, so therefore it's going to create that physicality wherever it's at, if that makes sense. So that's why it appears to be physical, but it's actually spiritual. Like, if you look at shit on a deep level, everything is spiritual. That's why it's really important to be aware of certain things, so you can know how to go about it, not overjudge something, not judge something, so you don't limit yourself. Okay, of the possibility that this world brings, that this reality bring, this universe bring, because shit is deeper than what you can ever imagine. So just try to meditate on things so you can look at the deep meaning on it. Don't just look at something and then overreact and become over emotional about it, and then like you miss the point. So yeah, focusing on having some kind of peace around you, peace of mind. And yeah, you filling your own cup, you dealing with your own shit. Um don't go around people if you feel negative. Don't bring your negativity onto other people. you know like, kind of clear your shit up and know where you at, know where you were wrong, know what you were doing in a way. um in whatever situation, so that you don't repeat the same thing that you repeated in the past. Seeing why certain things are not happening the way you wanted to. What did you do? What didn't you do? How did you go about it? Did you take certain opportunities, or did you miss it? Because once you miss a stop, you go on, and you might decide to stop, at some point, to go back, but that's a longer journey, and you going back doesn't guarantee you that things will be the same. So you might as well continue the journey, but hey, it's up to you whether you want to go back or not. And that's what a thought, a person, a place, a thing. You might think that somebody, the same person that you, oh, will you miss something, and you go back, and it's not the same, boo boo, because change happens. Once you make that choice, the shift that's happened. So you going back is you reshaping your reality, and your timing is very much different than the timing of life in general. So hey, just look forward to what life has to bring you. Be grateful and thankful for where you at, what you have right now, and just keep it moving, keep it rolling. And yeah. And then we got the Ten of Sword. Okay, you living, looking forward. Stop looking in the past. Stop. Don't look too much in the past. All right. And then we're dealing with that 10. Okay, which is 1. Again, your individuality. Like with this dice that we pulled. Okay, individuality. Okay, you wanting your alone time. You probably thinking about you being by yourself. You feeling dry, like you feel like things are dry in a way. Something about something being dry. Your DMs may be dry, your whatever may be dry. You may be dry. Like not knowing how to start a conversation, not knowing how to talk to somebody, not knowing how to talk to people. Knowing what to say, how to say it. You just keeping things short. Like you're not talking too much. It's like you just say a few words and that's it. Like you kind of dry, the type of way. But that's because you're going through your own shit right now. Trying to figure out who you are. And it's important to take that time to yourself so you can reassess, rethink, and deal with your shit. You are very much supported. You've been receiving messages from people. Maybe getting a lot of messages. Excuse me. You may be getting a lot of messages, or either from people, from spirit, the universe, which communicate through people and things. So watch out for certain signs. Also, if you see a black bird is a confirmation for something. I don't know what. Okay, maybe something you've been asking your spirit guides or whatever it is. But if you see a black bird out of nowhere, either sitting still or flying by, a black bird specifically, then it's confirmation for whatever it is. Um, Also, I don't know, for some of you guys, it's like if you see a black bird and it stop, that means don't do it. Don't go for it. Like, kind of pause, reflect on it, think on it more. Be more patient. If you see a blackbird fly, then fly away and don't stop. Then that lets you know to, like, okay, it's a get go, do it, get it done. Put it in action. Do that. Make it happen. You know, go forward. That's for some of you guys, or one of you guys, whomever. But yeah, you're needing your alone time so you can reassess yourself, think about where you want to go at, think about where you're heading, where you've been, why you doing the thing that you're doing, how you feeling, just assessing yourself or whatnot. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, and with the Three of Pentacles, I'm getting you working on your craft. You're working on a project with some people. Okay, I'm getting you working with some people on a project, or working by yourself. But in your environment, there may be other people. That may be, it's like you're working. You may be her working on your project and stuff, and these are the people in your environment. Some may be helping, some may be admiring the work that you're doing. Either way, they're present in the moment where you at, so you're not alone. But you are in a way, because you're working on your shit. You're working on whatever it is. You're building something up. But there are people around you, that actually support you, genuinely support you, genuinely admire what you're doing. Something about your chakra, okay? Working on your chakra, activating your chakra, working on activating your chakras, okay? If you see this, like, look at what each color represent for the chakras. I know the red represent the solar, the what's it called again? Not the solar plexus, the because I think the solar plexus is yellow, but the red is like the root chakra. Yeah, the root chakra. And then you look at the other colors, and that will let you know which chakra it is. That let you know which chakra you need to work on right now or this month. So yeah, you working on your craft, or you working on activating these chakras, okay? Because they may feel blocked, you know. And you activating these chakras, okay, it's gonna help you bring out more of your creativity, more ways to go about something, okay? Because sometimes all we need is just some good ass sex to release, okay? All right. Sex is not bad. Sex is not something to utilize just like that and go crazy. You have to know about energies. You have to know about the flow, okay? In order for you to understand what sex truly is. Sex is creation, always, okay? And when it comes to sex, you release. And whatever you release, transform into something else, depending on what you released it with. Because it always takes two. Okay, can be one, two. All right. So I'm not talking about no jacking off or playing with yourself or whatever. So yeah, talking about real sex with two people. But you have to be on the same frequency, the same vibration. Otherwise, you may be on one. You may have this one energy. It's like chemistry. You put two elements, two energy that don't go together, creates a chaos, catastrophic thing. And you put two elements that go together, it creates harmony, something better, something good that can be useful, that can be admired, that can be great. So you want to think about that too. And yeah, that's what I got with that card. And then we got the Page of Wands. All right, with the Page of Wands, is overall at the end is you understanding, that you can manifest anything that you want. Be more free with yourself. Stop hindering yourself. Stop limiting yourself in a way. Okay. Just because you think something is one way doesn't mean it is that way. So kind of check yourself. Take a seat, think. Don't overreact, don't overdo. Just kind of assess, and then do what you need to do. But don't just don't act impulsively. Don't think too negatively, especially if something don't go the way that you expected it to go, especially if you don't end up with that person that you wanted to be, especially if you don't end up being where you wanted to be, especially if you don't end up having the thing that you wanted to have, whether it be a job, a car, a house. It's not exactly how you want it. Don't take it too seriously. It's not that serious, okay? Just be appreciative of what you have right now. Life is about adventure. You can be adventurous with anything, okay? I can decide to go out right now and have a fucking walk at the park, and I'll have an adventure because, like, last time I went out, there was rabbit all around. There was rabbit. The moon was red, and I was just in a moment, just having my own little adventure, and then just being present and enjoying all that came with that. So that's an adventure in itself. And I didn't need a big ass car or a big ass house, even though I'm working towards getting that. Not even a big ass car, comfortable and reliable car, comfortable and reliable home, comfortable and reliable environment. Working towards that for myself, okay? That doesn't mean that oh, all my life I'm just gonna look, oh, if I don't have those, then I'm not having any kind of adventure and I'm not happy and I'm not what. Nah, you don't need all that. Okay, be grateful and thankful for what you have now. That keeps coming up to me, of being grateful, being thankful. Okay, being thankful and grateful that you overcame any experiences that you've been, because where will you be if you went to experience certain things? Where would you be? And what would be the difference between you being there and being here now? The good and the bad. And kind of assess it. And where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And heavy on that too. And assess that. Are you working towards that? Are you doing anything to make that happen? Is there anything that is still limiting? Would it be a belief, a thought, a feeling, an emotion, a person, a place, a thing? And work towards clearing that out, so you can make way for what is for you, so you can see things clearly, so you can see the way more clearly. But be more confident in yourself, because you're magnificent. You're magnificent. You can manifest anything that you put your mind into, your heart into, your flow into. You can manifest it very much. I believe it. So and the moment you start believing that, the moment you're gonna start seeing that. So just be patient, have more faith, and be more lighter and flowing. Dance if you even want to dance, go out in nature, do something fun, to release, have sex, whatever it is, with the right person though, the right energy. But yeah, like, just be free, stop limiting yourself. Okay, and yeah, that's it for your reading, lovely. If this helped, in any kind of way, feel free to comment, give a thumbs up or whatnot. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you next time. Stay at peace and balance always. Peace.